Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Mary. Thanks for joining us today. And thanks for joining us today. And Mary's going to be talking about her retreat that she recently had. Yes, and that's what the subject will be today. And I'll be asking a few questions because I'm interested in hearing the answers to some of those questions that I have. But let's see. Let me see who all was here. Let's say, hey, Jen Carr. Hey, Kathleen Garrison. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Hypnicity. Hey, Stephanie. Thanks for being here, everybody. Hey, Faye Cole. And I see Mary's in there too. Hey, Linda Thompson. Hey, Diane G. Thanks for being here today. And y'all can be putting your questions in, but we'll be getting to those a little bit later. But if you'll put them all in capital, I appreciate it. And here you go. Thanks, White Dragon. Hello, I'll place all questions in caps, like and subscribes. Thank you, White Dragon. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Amanda Carroll. Hey, Linda Thompson. Thanks for being here, everybody. Let's see. I'm trying to get this. There we go. Got it. Thanks everybody. Hey, Play Love, Remember. Hey, Faye Cole. Hey, Mary Starshine. Hey, Michelle. Eureka. Okay, I've got a couple of questions starred, and we'll be getting to those a little bit later. And hey, Rossi. Hey, Carl. Thanks for being here, everybody. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about Mary's retreat. She had a retreat. It's been 2 weeks now ago that you had that retreat.
Was it 2 weeks? I think, well, it was June 19th through the 22nd. So maybe 3 weeks-ish. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and, because I have the burning questions about the elementals, because we were dealing with them before you went, but go ahead and tell us about your retreat.
It was amazing. And thanks for showing interest, because I don't know that I've just had it open all about the retreat conversation since then, because coming off of it, I was just so all of my energy was above the heart and high vibrating that I don't think I talked about it at all for the first week, not hardly even to family and friends. And then the second week I was kind of integrating, and slowly I'm opening up more and more about it for everybody. But it was amazing. Amazing.
You put it on, it had to be amazing.
Gail.
Well, it had to be. And I do want to mention, I wanted to point out here, Damaris. Hey, she's finally made it to Mexico. Good to hear, Damaris, and thanks for being here from Mexico. But you finally made it, and she's been working on that forever. So I'm glad to hear that she made. She's originally from Texas, spent all her life in Texas, and she had a calling to go to Mexico.
Oh, good. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, go ahead, Mary, tell us about your retreat.
I don't know. I need a place to start. There's so much. So everyone came in, and I think the first full day that we had an amazing opening ceremony, and we made sure that we honored the retreat center, the lands, the mountain, ourselves, the facilitators. Our first full day started with that sunrise intention setting. And honestly, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go to that. That's super early. But I did. And I got to literally watch the sunrise over the mountain.
Nothing like watching the sunrise over the mountains or the beach.
I mean, it was just beautiful, and it really set the tone for the day. And then we go in, and all of the facilitators were amazing. Every single one of them.
It looks like Stephanie was there.
Stephanie was there. Yes. Stephanie helped us bang some drums and drink some cacao. I actually feel like Stephanie drank a lot of cacao. Stephanie, how many milligrams did you drink there? Because I'm surprised you were still standing without a headache or diarrhea, if I'm being honest, because it was a lot.
Well, we got some other people coming. Hey, Bora Bora, and hey, Lauren, I saw your name in there. And hey, Karen, thanks for being here, everybody. How much do you drink? I have never experienced that myself before. I mean, you talk about it all the time, and I have never had it. There we go. I'm punching away here. Stephanie had 3 cups, she said. Oh, Mary's frozen. Oh, no. Hey, son of what? Stephanie, you had 3 cups. I don't know what the normal amount is. I have never experienced it, but it looks like Mary is frozen right now. You had 42 grams this afternoon. You had it. It doesn't bother your stomach or anything. Hey, Melinda Shelby, thanks for being here. Mary looks like she is stuck. She is having a storm where she is right now. She said, yes, my computer's working. That's Mary. Let me text her really quickly here. That she's going to have to go out and come back in. Okay. So anyway, yeah. Oh, there she went out. She's going to come back in. Here she comes. There she goes.
Could you see me? Did I just look really confused?
You were frozen.
Was I?
Oh, she's frozen, and then you texted me. Okay, hey Nancy, thanks for being here. But yeah, you were just frozen, just stuck. And we were talking about the cacao, and she was telling us that she had 3, and she even had some this morning. I think Stephanie said she had 42 grams this afternoon.
And that's a big ceremonial dose. And Gigi was there too, and she loved her cacao. She had a great time with that. I think that was a really special day because we opened to Waka, which is this big energy vortex that helps clear everything out.
Well, I'm going to stop you there. I'm sorry. Oh, your train of thought. There's some new people here, and they don't even know what cacao is. So let's go with that first before we go further.
Cacao is just chocolate, but it's pure chocolate without all of the refined sugar and stuff like that. But it's an herb, so it's a plant spirit or fruit. So it's a plant spirit medicine that's very, very heart opening and heart healing. So it helps you get into those deep heart bliss spaces. And
can we do that with chocolate with sugar in it?
No, kind of, because chocolate makes you feel good because it does the serotonin and the dopamine. So that's why we like it. Right. But for a ceremonial dose of cacao, you need higher grammage. And if you try to sugar down all of that grammage, it's going to be too much. It'll be too much. Plus it kind of counteracts itself. I think even adding milk to chocolate kind of counteracts some of those bliss effects, which is why.
Good to know.
Yeah, anything dairy can counteract those effects.
Diane's saying, see, I knew chocolate was good.
It is. It's a superfood. Yeah.
And not the way we like it.
Dark chocolate's a little better though.
Yeah, White Dragon saying isn't cacao really bitter? It is, isn't it? That's why I've never had it because I'm going, oh, you put honey. Stephanie, she puts honey with hers. Now that's a good idea. Does that affect it anyhow? Because that just breaks down as a sugar.
No, we use syrup or honey to sweeten it.
Okay.
It's just something about the dairy that does something to the proteins in it and kind of subtracts from its effects.
And obviously sugar.
Well, yeah. That's like putting lard on top of a piece of fruit or something. You're trying to eat healthy and then you throw all the fat into it too, because it is a super fruit. So it has a lot of cardiovascular benefits and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I interrupted you.
No, I was saying I think that was a very special day because we went on one end from opening that energy vortex to help clear everything out that is keeping us from the one thing we want. And then we went into the next day with this cacao ceremony. And then right after that, Roland came in and we did an energy cascade. And so back to back to back, as soon as he steps in, everyone's ready. Everyone's ready to release. I don't know if Gigi wants to share, but I think that she had some pretty huge benefits. And there were people all over the place just sobbing and releasing. And that was a special day with all of that. I think My favorite part was the sweat lodge and obviously the channeling because that's my part. So
Tell me about the sweat lodge. Did you all go in at the same time or just a few of you?
no, we all went in. We sat really close. We were best buds. And he made it pretty big so everyone can kind of sit around, side by side. And then there was an inner circle too, like closer to the.
Mhm.
But I tell you, I did not know it was supposed to be dark. That sounds stupid, but I was prepared for the sweat lodge to be hot. I
Yeah.
was prepared to sweat. Not once did it enter my brain, it's going to be dark in there. And, they're speaking in Cherokee. So, like, as soon as the command comes down for the door to close, all the light's gone. You can't see your hand in front of your face. And I had immediate panic. Oh God. Oh God, I'm going to have to get out. I'm going to have to leave. I'm going to be the one person in this sweat lodge to have to leave.
And I'm the leader. I thought for some reason, I thought the same as you. I thought it was supposed to be hot. I thought there was supposed to be a fire in the middle, but I did think it was dark with the fire in the middle.
The fire's outside.
Oh.
And they dig that hole to represent the navel of, because the sweat lodge represents the womb of Mother Earth. And they dig a hole to represent the navel. And they fill that with hot stones that they pour water over to create the heat and the steam.
Okay.
No light. Couldn't see my hand from my face. But after I settled into it, by the time I made it through round 1, I was like, I'm alive.
How long was round 1?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know how long I was sitting in the dark like that. I think each round was supposed to be about 15 minutes. But the last round wasn't that long because the third round was really, really intense, really hot. Like we're breathing, so that was a shorter round. But I made it through round 1, so I knew it wouldn't kill me. And then
you went frozen again for a second there. I thought you were gone. I think it's because you're having storms in your area.
We are. I have full bars on my connection, but it is kind of dark out there and thundery. So maybe, isn't it supposed to be retrograde sometime soon too?
Yeah. Nancy Jean was telling me that earlier. Yes.
Well, that's always a thing.
Yeah, because she was talking about all her electronics she was having issues with.
Mm-hmm. What are your burning questions then?
Well, I wanted, because we had so much to do with the elementals before you went out there, and that we had to take care of some negative elementals, which we didn't even know existed, which I don't know why we didn't, because there's always positive and negative. And so, that was kind of a preparing you for the mountain. And that's where I met all my elementals in the beginning, was going to the mountains when I went to Mount Shasta. That's where the elementals came out and I met them. So did anything happen or something new for you with the elementals when you got there?
So I'm going to say no, except that I think it was preparing my energy field to be able to channel the spirit of the mountain. Because what I didn't realize until after I channeled the spirit of the mountain is that channeling the essence of a landform is completely different than channeling a spirit or an archetype or something like that. So, I channel different angels and energies and things like that. But going in afterwards, I was like, okay, that's why. They had to completely rearrange my heart space. I had to approach it with a complete sincerity, honor, and respect. And everyone else did also. I don't know if you did know this. Like I was sick going into this as well. And it was all in the lung. It was all in the chest, the cough and all of that. It was because it was completely rearranging my heart space. And after we left the mountain, that's where I felt all that energy, that high vibration. It was like all the energy in my body was up here. And I think that was why, because the mountain is, I guess, technically an elemental. It's an earth elemental.
Right. And yeah, I found that at Mount Shasta because I dealt with earth elementals and the ones that flew around. So, and I did deal with the fairies too. It was the 3 types that I dealt with when I was there. But I was wondering if, about your experience. but you were having the experience before you got to the mountain. They were preparing your heart for that. Mine was when I got to the mountain, they started preparing me for the introduction to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you had a whole thing where you kind of like connected into the earth there too.
Right.
With your root space. So
right, because I was hey Diane, yes, Dirty Harriet starting up again already, wanting to go outside, and it's 2 hours before she goes outside.
So. She's been fairly quiet since we started though. She was meowing a lot earlier.
Well, she's cranking up right now. Diane heard it.
I know.
Hey Bora, thanks for being here. And you're on the channel. Yeah. So she's going to start clawing at the door. And last time I was on, and she started doing that, she came over to the sofa that's right in front of me that I could see and just gave me the nastiest look. Like, listen to me.
Aww.
Get out here. But yeah, Jen said we love Dirty Harriet. But so hopefully y'all will hear the cat in the background. Hopefully she'll calm down soon. No, she's not. She's getting angry again. But all right, so we're just going to move on. Everybody just ignore Dirty Harriet because I will be for now. She is the little queen of the house, though, even though she has to have the respect. She's older. All right, so anything else you want to tell us about it? What about the closing ceremony and when y'all left and how y'all left and how everybody was like when they left?
So, I mean, and we had all the facilitators were so amazing. I loved Katie's parts and the lab groups. The one thing that I really loved about everyone who came is that they were so open, receptive, joyful, supportive of each other. They were watching out for each other. Because keep in mind, we were on a mountain, so some of them are staying up in this lodge. Some of them are staying down this slope in all of these cabins. But then where we're meeting is down this other slope. And where we're eating is down this other slope. So there's a lot of people who are able-bodied and able to do that. And then there's some who are moving a little bit more slowly. And so I noticed them helping each other and calling and texting each other and making sure that everyone shows up and everyone has rides and carpooling where they needed to go. And it felt like a little community. It didn't feel like everyone was there for themselves and what they could get out of it. It felt like everyone understood the assignment. We're here for love. We're here to be high vibrating. We're here to change the world. And we start with each other. And so I was really proud of everyone there. And I can't speak for everyone, but I do feel like I know without a shadow of a doubt that everyone received the change that they were looking for or that they're capable of receiving in this moment, because I participated in every single event I wasn't facilitating. And it's impossible for those who showed up for themselves. It's impossible for them to not have received some sort of life-changing medicine and all of that.
Well, good. Thanks, Gina, for putting that information in. And thanks for being here. Hey, Barbara, too. Thanks for being here. So anyway, is there anything else you want to talk about before we go to answering some questions? I've already started.
Yeah. There's nothing I can talk about right now that I'm allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about anything I got going on right now. So,
okay. Can you talk about it after the show? Hey, Melinda, thanks for being here. There's so much stuff that, you know, as we share all the time about things we can't talk about in public. But hey, Mousy, thanks for being here. All right. Well, let me see what kind of questions I have. Starred a bunch. But I'm going to pull this one up right here because Melinda, I don't know that I met her. It looks like you're coming from your channel, Mary. If you're doing readings, I feel I need a message on how to move forward on my path. Struggling some. Do they have some advice for me or guidance? Thank you. Well, Melinda, I think this is a lot of struggle everybody have. We only can move along at the pace that we're to move along at. There's so many of us who think we're not doing enough. We got this burning thing inside of us wanting to do more and wanting to know more and wanting everything to come at us. And we want to know everything now. And it just can't happen like that. Your body can't physically handle it, and it would just kind of blow your mind. So you're on like the right path. So let me see if you're like, go ahead, Mary. I'm going to see. I don't think she's blocked. No, she's not blocked at all. You're just moving at a pace right now that you need to move at. Everything's integrating with you, and it will integrate. You'll rest a little bit, and then it'll come again. So Mary, what you got?
Well, I pulled these 2 cards and then received 2 messages. You may or may not like them. We'll see. So what this means, you have the surrender card, which is the let go. Just let it happen. Go with the flow. And then this card on top of that, which when I get the galactic mushroom, it shows that we are connected, that you are connected, that the messages are coming through, that everything you need is there. It just might feel more subtle or beneath the surface than what you're hoping for or expecting. Because this isn't that loud, physical, above the surface kind of yell. It's the whisper beneath the surface. And the 2 messages that came through, one said, remember what the mountain told you. I don't know what your message from the mountain was, but your guys are saying, do you remember that message? Listen to that message. And then the second thing is the word calm, simply that word calm, CALM. And that feels a lot like what you were saying, Gail.
Yeah. And here's Patricia kind of adding to it. At times there is an integration of what you have learned and will be bringing to life. Exactly. But that was basically what I was saying to Patricia. And I think that's what's going on. And that happens. I mean, I'm guilty of that too. Okay, I got this information today. It came to life. Now what's next? I can't even absorb it hardly until I'm going, okay, I'm ready for more, bring it on. But you just can't handle it all at one time.
Yeah, and this is a very, very powerful person, a very wise person. Like when she starts speaking, rooms can shake, you know what I mean? So I don't know any specifics that you're going through, but me and Gail got kind of the same message around that. So just relax, go with the flow a little bit, see what happens.
And also, I think happens to me is that your guys will step back a little bit when it's during that time that you're needing to integrate rest, and they'll step back and you're going, did I offend them? Did something happen? But it's just, no, you're needing to relax, integrate all the information you already have. White Dragon's saying, Gail, I never do enough. I can never do enough. There's so many of us like that.
And the reality is that when I'm planning a workshop or building a retreat or putting something like that together, it can take me a year, 2 years to do it, because I get hit with all of this guidance and inspiration, get part of it done, and then it goes away, sometimes months, and then comes back again and put together more of it, and then it goes away. So, there are projects I've been working on for years that aren't fully realized yet, and that's okay. I think you can be gentle with yourself about it.
Yeah. All right, here's hypnicity. How many galactic families do you see in my tree? Which are the most prominent? Well, hypnicity, I don't know that we can identify exactly a number of galactic families you have, because you've incarnated on a lot of stars and planets. If you're wanting a full kind of report on that, the best thing for you to do is that astrology, starseed astrology chart, to find out exactly where your families, where you originated from, where you went to the next planet. But the most prominent, I'm hearing Lyra, the Lyra star system is what I'm getting. What are you getting, Mary?
That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
What you're getting to?
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Yeah.
And I'm hearing Vega. Look at Vega. I think that's what they're telling me. Vega. Look at that star, Vega, hypnicity. Vega. Yeah. Yes. Look at that star. And I believe that's in the Lyran system. Is that the Lyran system? Yeah, but somebody help me out. Is Vega in the Lyran system? Because I'm hearing Vega for her.
Yeah, I saw the number 6 And I don't know if that means there are 6 that are like most recent or what that is, but there was really only one that was up front and I was seeing that L. And so I was going to ask you, what's the L one? And you said,
Yeah. Oh, it is in Laura. Okay, because that's what I was getting. And you spelled it right, hypnicity, Vega. Yeah. So you were getting an L. So yeah, I was wondering when they said Lyran and then they went Vega, and I'm going, oh, wait a minute now, is Vega in that system? I made it up so wrong. Where blue Lyrans are from? Diane G, what are you saying that's what she's got is where the blue Lyrans are from? The first time I met a blue Lyran was on Mount Shasta. She was blue with burgundy hair. It was pretty pretty amazing.
interesting.
Oh, I pulled this up by accident, but anyway, we'll go ahead with you, Gina.
Yeah, lucky gal.
Yes, I'm having trouble connecting with the galactic family, spirit guides, angels, etc. What's up with that? Ask and give permission. Um, I say hi to my Palladian twins and partner. A lot of times, Gina, the hurdle is fear. That's the biggest thing is fear. I would be interested to know if something has happened in your past that has made you fearful with these things as a child. Mary, you dive into that kind of energy a lot more than I do. Yeah, Diane, like the people from the Avatar movie, yes, these are Lyrans.
So there's a couple of things coming. One is I think that your confidence is growing, and that the more that that chakra grows and that yellow light comes out, the more you're purging, and the more you purge, the easier this will be. The second thing that I'm picking up right now is something about your clairaudience. And so while this is naturally doing its thing, maybe start working more on your voice or your throat space, because the more you clear this, the more your clairaudience starts to come through. And I do pick up some of that fear, but I don't know that it's conscious. It's almost like the fear has something to do with a memory, maybe like from a past bad reading, or maybe messages that didn't come to fruition, or
I got it from childhood. It's something happened in her childhood. That's why I threw it to you.
well, I feel like something in the childhood has to do with the voice.
It might be, but that's what I got was something that happened in her childhood that has made her fearful to move forward or to let her guard down, to let these things coming in. That's what I get. And so I was hoping you were connect to that childhood trauma, or maybe Gina knows what it is. I don't feel like she does.
Yeah, the thing about the childhood trauma that I'm picking up, I think it has to do with that throat and the confidence, which she's already working through the confidence space. So I would just think back to maybe the feeling heard as a child, or anything like that, or if we had any ghosts in the house as a child. I'm not getting specific answers because it feels like it could be very reflective, like she would be able to know what that is and be able to think it through.
Well, that's actually what I'm getting is there was either a ghost, an extraterrestrial, or something in her house that scared her. She was the only one that could see it. And I'm hearing if she was only 3 years old when this happened, and she tried to shut it down at that time. So to bring it back, because you have the ability, Gina, but you were scared at that time. I think it's a group that's going to help you. Being in a group, being supported by a group, trying to channel the information or bring that information, being around people might help you reduce the fear. I'm not sure if that's it, but that's basically what I'm getting. And I know this is a whole lot of information, and this is just a few minute reading, but that's what I'm getting. Mary, you have any more on that?
Nope, I like the group thing, and I feel like there is a group that she's either currently connecting with or is going to be connecting with pretty soon, and it might have something to do with like online groups or courses or workshops or things like that, but there's definitely something there.
Okay. Oh, wow. There was a black hooded figure outside in the garden that freaked me out. There you go, Gina. So you do remember it. I would, because that was a negative energy and you had every right to be freaked out. But learning that you are stronger than anything like that as an adult and finding your power in your throat and solar plexus is probably going to help you. Um, help you. I'm really trying to think of how you can really get through this, Gina. You're excited. But I do think a group helping you, but I think you're going to need to address this black hooded thing. What do you think, Mary? Do you think she needs to send this thing away, address it, come back to the, oh, no, she might want to do a regression therapy on that and find out what that is and get rid of it and just go like boo and see it go away and know you have the power to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm. It does feel scary. It feels like a fear thing right there. But you have the power to confront that, especially as your solar plexus grows.
Yes. And Jean, if you do need some help, just go ahead and email me, Dr. Gail, starseed@gmail.com. Maybe we can help confront that, see how easy it is to get rid of it. Because basically this thing, all you did have to do was go like boo and it would have gone, but you were young and didn't know that. So, hey, Millicent Andrew, thanks for being here. I hope I said that right. Did I say that right?
Millicent, yeah, she was also at the retreat. So there's at least 4 people in this chat who were at the retreat. Melinda was one of them. Okay.
Patricia's saying, talking to her 3-year-old self and reassure her all is well and we will get through this. Yeah, I just feel like she has to have more power with it, though. In between the solar plexus and the throat chakra, she needs to get that power or show that she has more power than it is. Shows that she's stronger than it is. Will help her. Okay. I remember the first time I had a scary thing show up. It was a Draco. Scared the poo-poo out of me.
A literal poo-poo?
Yes, it did. Okay. All right, let's see. Looks like Hypnicity's next. Oh, that we already did that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Stephanie, do my galactic friends have any messages for me? Okay. Go ahead, Mary.
The first thing that hit me like a wave right in my stomach was change.
And take a breath.
Yeah, I was like, change. And then but because of that, the thing that came to me was, is this change overwhelming or is it freeing? Because it's the same big wind, but it depends on how you have the capacity to look at it. And so let's move more towards being free now versus being overwhelmed with what we're being hit with right now, because it's just the winds of change is what I'm getting. I think that there's another message in there too.
Well, I want to ask you, because this is what I'm seeing. Stephanie, I'm seeing like your root chakra. I don't know why it's opening up, going like a fanning opening. And why in the world would her root chakra be doing that? Why would it be opening up like that? I'm not sure why that is, but there's something big with that opening up of the root chakra. Yeah, like a lotus, Hypnicity, like a lotus. That's what I'm getting, is like a lotus. And so, Stephanie, you need a super duper ground, big time grounding. You need to go out and grounding. But this is, I'm kind of perplexed on why I'm seeing this.
Have you ever be from like a huge childhood healing, perhaps? Would something like that do that to the root space?
Yeah, I'm getting, yep, I'm getting yes on that. They're saying it's a blossom. So maybe that's what happened, is she's got over some kind of hurdle and that she's coming. And, it's her security. It would have affected her security. Whatever happened, it affected her security, and it's opening up that she's feeling more grounded. But Stephanie, you need to get out and really, really ground while this process is going on. They're showing me just laying in the grass while this is going on.
She said she has a lot going on right now, but she has a lot of community support.
Okay. All right. So, oh my gosh. I'm not really sure how to address that question, but I saw it, so I need to pull it up. Stephanie, yeah, so whatever you're going through and you really need to ground, as I said, they showed me um, just laying in the grass. I had to do that many years ago. I had to go out 3 times a day and lay in the grass for my grounding, but thank goodness I don't have to do that now. I had to do a lot of things during that time. It was a 2 weeks thing about that. Anyway, I won't go into that now, but Stephanie, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm just seeing that root chakra opening up like a lotus. All right. I'm not sure what we're going to do with this one.
Why'd you put that up there, Gail?
I saw it, so there was a reason for me to see it now. And here's what I'm going to say: for people who are just listening, can the galactics help me die? Now you have free will on this. You have checkout times. You have certain times in your life where you can exit, and you get to pick and choose on that. You don't need the galactics to help you. It's already written in, well, not in stone, but because there are some things that do happen, but it's already written where your exit points in your lifetime are. So you get to choose when you want to exit and when you don't. So I guess that's all I needed to say about that. Anything else you want to add, Mary? Now, this is part of free will because you can't have somebody coming in and doing that for you.
I think the thing that's coming through about the free will is also
no, thanks, Nancy. We don't die, we evolve. This person's talking about their human body dying.
The thing that's coming up about this is that while we do have free will in choices like this, there's also a spiritual path, and yours isn't done. That's what I'm getting very specifically. The first 2 cards that I pulled are spiritual narcolepsy. That's a fallen angel. And then this bubble, which usually represents having severe memories of something that happened in the past or of childhood, which means that we might be stuck in this trap of having intense emotions or depression or something like that. Like we're stuck in this cycle maybe that we can't quite get out of. And then I got this card though. There's a possibility for union. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like there's something more. And if you're still here to ask that question, that's definitely showing you something, that there is more, that this isn't the end of the line, that there's more for us here. So I think the aliens can help you evolve.
Yeah, White Dragon, I understand that that's what they're asking for assistance, but you don't get assistance. You get to choose your exit points. We have exit points written into our contract when we come down here. So, but Mary's saying that this person's not finished yet, right?
Nope. Pulled another one. There's endless possibilities. There's stuff to do. You get to also choose your purposes and how you want to serve in this life and who you want to be. So I don't think it's the time. But I think at the very end, at maybe one of the exit points, the aliens can come walk you across, you know?
Right. And your family will walk you across. Angels will walk you across. So anyway, okay. Well, I'm glad you helped me on that one, Mary.
I hope to see you at the next show, Adrian.
Yes. Okay. Did we do Stephanie? I don't think we did. Do my galactic friends have any message? Oh, you did her, didn't you? Didn't you give the message?
We did do her. She was the one with the root blooming.
That's right.
Like childhood stuff.
Yes, yes. Okay, we got Michelle now. I would love a message from my galactic family. Go ahead, Mary.
Oh, I'm tapping in.
Yeah, play, love, remember, say, yes, I have 2 to 3 exit points. We all have different exit points, and we get to go, some of it's near-death experiences that we remember, that we go over there and go, oh yeah, I want to stay here. I don't want to go back. So, um,
The message I'm picking up has something to do with artistic endeavors, I think, and creativity. Because this is the adventure card, or Lord, this is the adventure card, but it doesn't feel like a travel or that kind of adventure. It feels like a creative process, something you make or create. And they're saying that while this is an outlet that's not just an outlet, it's also how you express your personal power. It's also how you do mediumship. Like, it helps you with all of your intuitive abilities. There's a piece of your spiritual practice that maybe you've forgotten about, that maybe you don't do very regularly, or maybe they're asking you to open up a different channel than what you're used to doing. And a detox is going to be needed in order to open up that other channel. So whatever feels right for that.
I pulled a card to support that. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a different channel trying to open up. So like me and Gail, when we've done some of these detoxes, it's a lot of the time been like around meats and sugars and, stuff like that to help raise your vibration. But do it feels right for you. Maybe talk to your guidance and see what it could just be a detoxing from social media or negativity or negative thinking, so whatever feels right for you.
I had to have several years when I moved to Mount Shasta, detox from politics. Oh, that was a hard detox.
Aw.
It was a hard detox to pull away from it, but now I'm not as affected by it now. Okay, let's see who is next. Thanks, Gina, for putting that information in. And I've got Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Any message from the galactic ancestors? Thank you, love, and light, sweet. Hey, Cheryl. Thanks for being here. Do you know Cheryl?
Retreat too. Where are you guys coming from?
Yes. Okay. Are you ready, Mary?
Yeah. Are you ready, or are you telling me to go first?
Well, you can go first, because I've just got We Are the Hathors is all I've got. And it says, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. So it looks like to me she's birthing something new right now. Might be from your retreat, but go ahead. Yeah.
I pulled a lot of mixed messages. Cheryl, stay on one thought process for a minute. Bring it in. I'm getting a lot of mixed messages. Like, on one hand, I feel like we're birthing a new way of being that might not look very different in the physical realm, but it feels very different emotionally or in the energetic realm. Could be around homes, family, close friends, things like that. But then on the other hand, I'm also seeing that there might be more childhood pieces or little pieces inside that are grieving, going through loss, things like that, that might need to be released in order to break through that last little bit. And that's all of this. So that's the little baby child, the one that's real sad. That's that one.
Okay. Thanks. There you go, Cheryl. All right, let's see who's next. I think we did Michelle, didn't we?
We did. Yes. The creative lady.
Yeah, let's see who's next. All right, looks like it's Suzanne. Can I get a message from my galactic guides, please? Okay. Everybody's wanting messages today. That's great.
So I'm getting a message that she's pregnant.
Do you know that for sure?
Like energetically pregnant.
Like, is that literally or energetically?
Like, really? Is she pregnant? So, like, energetically pregnant. Like, there's a gestation period happening here. And it looks like it's under ice, but it's not frozen. if that makes sense. So this might look like maybe there's not a whole lot of things different on the surface, but beneath the surface, you're growing something brand new. You're growing something beautiful.
Yeah, I got the new earth for her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's happening. Keep holding the vision.
You're growing a little earth baby. Tiny babies. But it's going to be good. I see like boy stuff, expression, singing. So this probably just feels like the ability to flow inwardly, to be who you are, to be authentic. The things that feel free inside of yourself.
Okay, good. All right, we got Jen Carr. Hey, Dr. Gail, I asked about my God's and Lyran family member Leo step forward. Does he have any messages? Just curious. Thank you both. Oh, okay. All right, Jen. Your Lyran family. I remember I was trying to read on her, and she had this big Lyran guy show up and blocked everybody out, and it was her family that was not allowing me to see any of her other gods. He just like, you're talking to me first. So anyway, so he still has a big presence, and he was kind of like protecting, like a big brother kind of feel to him. Is what I get out of that, out of him. So you have anything on it, Mary?
Do you teach anything, or is there anything you were thinking about teaching that you haven't been confident enough to put out there yet, or you've been fearful to put out there? I keep getting something around teaching, like you're the head of something here, and this doesn't have to be spiritual, it could be at work or in your home or with your community. It just feels like there's something that you could lead, like this information that you have, this wisdom and ability that you have that hasn't been put out there yet.
Hey, Terry. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Jen is going through some big life changes now. And what is doing these big life changes is almost like she keeps getting punched, like boom, boom, boom. But these punches are necessary for her to start creating what she really wants to do. And she has opened up to her galactics, her spirits, her everything. And I'm not sure about the teaching, but that sounds like a good idea. Do you have any idea what direction she should do the teaching or anything? Or maybe you do, Jen. Do you have any desire to teach anything?
And keep in mind, teaching could look like facilitating workshops. It could look like guiding friends in hard times. Teaching can look like anything, but for some reason, I feel like this has to do with like small groups. And I see that energy coming up here and then encompassing.
Jen says, yes, I feel like I'm being directed that way, but I don't know what yet. Jen, would you consider creating a channel or something for everybody to join you to practice readings?
Put on the spot, live.
Yes.
I
think you would be really good at this, because I'm getting humongous yes right now on that idea. And it is so needed in the community for people to have somewhere to go to practice readings and get more confident in it. So anyway, Jen, just putting it out there. Terry's going, go, Jen, go. But anyway, so that might be something you want to look at. I don't know for sure that's it, but that's kind of what I'm seeing you doing. Anything else, Mary?
How you just put her on the spot like that. You know what? You should just create this group specifically for this. Yes. Next month and see if it's done yet.
Just say yes. Funny. Been thinking, how could we practice? Yeah. So yeah, I think if you create it, Jen, people will really need it. It's something needed in the community for people to have a place to go and practice, and somebody to be there to support it, for them to come in and practice. So just think about it.
I like the idea of doing that on a channel versus in a small group, because or like, like text groups or those sorts of things. Because what I keep thinking I shouldn't say this, but then my guides are like, yeah, say it. People need to hear it. What I've noticed in small groups that kind of break off and do things like that is that sometimes in small groups, people get really triggered with each other, or
Caddy's the word.
yeah, or they get readings just because they're in the group, even though they didn't ask for a reading. And then they feel like their energy has kind of been tapped into without their permission. But on a channel, people are asking, and it's giving you that platform and that opportunity to practice. And so if people are asking a direct question, then it's obviously you can say something and then get a little bit of feedback. So I kind of like that idea, giving the platform. So there's that obvious reader versus people just going back and forth at each other in a group chat. So
and that's a good idea, because if it is in a small group, you really have to put up rules, regulations, and parameters on that. And I'm not sure if you want to herd or ride people like that. But anyway, that's what I kind of see for you. And Jen, just take it as you want to know that. We've really put you on the spot.
someone said to name it Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I think Linda said that first, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like we got Teresa next. Teresa, experiencing headache, base of neck and shoulders, implant chakra opening, or battle trauma. Well, let's just list whatever it can be, Teresa, because thank goodness you're open to whatever it all can be. And so, oh my gosh, ooh, no wonder you're experiencing a headache. I see that crown chakra wide open. Whoa, wow, your information's pouring in. Oh, no wonder it hurts. You had information just pouring in, Teresa. You can tell them to back it off. So your headache can go away a little bit, or just tell them to back it off just a little bit. But your crown chakra is wide open. You might want to maybe close it down a little bit or try to make it filtered a little bit so the headache's not so strong. What are you getting, Mary?
I'm getting that some of this is collective, and I don't know quite where to go with this because it's not collective for everyone. It's collective for a lot of people, though, is that there's something happening, and I don't want to put a label on it like solar flares or something like that, but it feels like there's like light coming in, like choo, choo, choo. And a lot of people are getting those big downloads like Teresa is right now,
Right.
with the pain here and the pressure around the head, and there's just a lot pouring in. I see it pouring in the top. I also, for people, see it pouring into the neck, going up and down. And this is happening, but it's not happening for everyone. It's only happening to select people all around the world. So, and it feels like something that was meant to happen to the collective at this time. And it's only happening to the people who are going to be directly causing the change or causing the ripple effect for the rest of the collective. And I think this happens to different people at different times, so if you're not experiencing it now, maybe you will next week. Your turn for a headache here. But
well, my crown chakra has changed. Mine looks like a funnel coming open now, and I have people looking down at me.
Oh.
I know, it's kind of first time it happened, I was going, oh, what is this? This is different. And there's
I'm trying to take a shower. You have to wear a shower cap just to get naked because they're looking down at you.
So there's 3 of them that are peering down, like looking down like a well, looking down my crown chakra at me. You can tell me what that's about, Mary.
No, I just keep seeing you in the shower naked, so I don't want to look down your neck.
Play Love remember saying my neck and head have been bothering me as well.
I am curious, like, why it's happening to those select people right now. But
don't you think it's because they've probably had the changes, their DNA and everything has been changed so they're able to receive it now?
Yeah, I keep hearing the word, like I'm trying to figure out the purpose, like what change they're supposed to be doing. And I just keep hearing the word connect. So it feels like these are people who are connecting to other people, and this is happening selectly all around the world until there's this connection of these particular light workers or something. Is Teresa a light worker? Do you know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Doing good things. Keep it up.
she's been coming way along, really opening up to a lot of things. Yeah, she says she, on the fourth day, she begged them to back off. A few days later, I gave permission to complete. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So you have taken control of it. Okay. Here's Vero. Hi. What are my galactic roots? Okay. Let me see here what your galactic roots are. Oh. Well, I'm getting Palladian, but I don't think it's exactly Palladian. It's like a Palladian type family beings, and they are from the star system of the Pleiades, but I don't know that they're exactly. Well, the Palladians we're the only ones that call them Palladians. They don't call themselves that. So maybe that's what what they're saying. I think they're trying to give me their real name, but it's from the Pallades to Palladians. Okay, Mary, anything?
Yeah, I was answering Patricia back.
Okay.
I mean, I feel a lot of different things, and it almost feels like there's a split in the bloodline somewhere along the way. There's the Pleiadians, but I was also picking up like Arcturian and Andromedon somewhere along, and that people we much, yeah. But it feels like somewhere along the family line there was some sort of, I don't want to say the word war, but split between the sides. And so maybe you get to be the person to tie it all together and make amends in your ancestral alien DNA, ancestral alien energetic DNA. That's you. That's your job.
That's a big job for you, Vera.
Sorry.
All right, we're right close to an hour, Mary. So is there anything that you want to add or say, or what you have coming up here in the future?
There's not a whole lot about the big things coming up that I think I can talk about right this second. But my upcoming things, we do the lives at the end of every month. So I have all of my Sunday videos. I have my Thursday readings. But then on July 25th at 3 p.m., we're doing a live healing. Me and Kai do the healing temple. So if you guys want to hop in that, we're just doing healings for an hour. And that's that. Thanks for having me, Gail. It's always a great time in here with you guys.
Yes, it's always fun. And my next show will be with Terry on Saturday. And we'll be talking about the Dracos, which is called the Drakes and Snakes, on Saturday. So we're talking about the Dracos and the snakes. Anyway, and we're actually talking about Terry's dream that she had about them. So anyway, thanks everybody. I'll see you on Saturday. And thanks, moderators, for making this a safe place. And Mary, thank you as always. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.